Hi, my name's Aodan Feeney. I'm a figurative painter from Galway, and I've been with Artspace about 2 years now. I think my style of painting is, I would consider realism or contemporary realism, um, and I usually paint moments from my life, essentially, or people and friends and family that I know, and my relationship with them. Yeah, I would consider myself self-taught, or largely self-taught. I have done, bits and pieces, some evening courses, evening classes here and there. I did some evening classes with NCAD as well, so I have a certificate from there. But I've never done. I don't have a degree in art or anything. There wasn't really a moment where I said I want to do this as a full time thing, or I would like to do this in college or anything. But it was always something that was there. As a child, I was always um, drawing and painting um, as long as I can remember. Um, Not a lot, although my mother did dabble in painting a little bit. I think before I came along. Um, yeah, from pretty early on, it was always portraiture, and from when I started painting a little bit more seriously, it's always been portraiture. Yeah, I think I'm always just drawn to to people essentially, and exploring. Well, it's more about exploring my relationship with those people. So I do a lot of self portraiture as well. Well, generally not. It's generally photos, so far anyway. But I think it probably suits the way that I work. I can only There's only so much time that I can put into a painting, and I can only work at certain times. So it's easier to use photos. Um, but also, um, I'm working a lot from memory, or I'm trying to capture a memory, or an emotion. So I'll use photos from maybe like old family photos and things like that, um, and just use a collage of photos, maybe piece them together. Um, from memory, well, I guess it is. Yeah, I'm trying to capture a particular, memory or an emotional state, some sort of a feeling that I had maybe in my childhood or something like that. Yeah, I'm always trying to capture a mood or an atmosphere in my paintings. So yeah, it's like it's delving into a memory. Like sometimes I'll have a particular feeling. It'll just all of a sudden appear out of nowhere, and um, it's like a feeling that I've had when I was a child. I'm trying to hold on to that very specific feeling, and then somehow remember it. Like it might be a fuzzy image in my head, and I'm trying to just somehow recreate that in the painting, and bring across the emotional state of that. Well, there can be failures, all right, when paintings can, they're not always a success. Yeah, you can always rework them. Sometimes I don't bother if it's just going to be a black hole, never ending. You're not going to get there, so it's better to just start again. Yeah, well, typically a painting will take weeks, if not months sometimes, because I'm always stopping and starting anyway. So it's built up over a long period of time and multiple layers as well. I do. I never really painted with acrylics so much. I kind of just went straight into oil. So, but I know, like, I know it wouldn't suit me the way I work. I like that the oil just takes ages to dry, and you can go back and rework and wipe away and things like that. Yeah, I'd be lost if I was working with acrylics. It wouldn't be the same for me. I think maybe about 10 years, maybe even more. I would say, but more seriously for the last 5 years, maybe. Yeah, I think I've been lucky enough so far because I don't have a huge output. I don't have a lot of paintings behind me so far, um, but I've been fairly successful with most of them, I think. But yeah, you do have to get used to rejection. Um, yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. I remember getting the email notification on my phone. My jaw just dropped. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I really did think it was a mistake. I thought I'd entered the wrong category or something. It was under 16 or something. I didn't tell anybody for ages because I just thought it was a mistake. So it was a huge shock. But yeah, it was absolutely thrilled. Oh, that was the Art Riddler um, exhibition, and he's been running that for 3 years now. Um, he's uh, he's on Instagram. He's an anonymous guy who donates 10 grand of his own money and puts on a show. Um, and handpicks all these artists. Well, I think he has a panel of judges who picks based on their submissions. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's giving you that impression. No, I shy away from that a lot. I'd much prefer to just paint something and show that and not necessarily show myself.
Yeah.
It's my first one and it's amazing. It's amazing having your own space. Just a permanent space to come and work and uh, yeah, I feel privileged to have it. Need a bit more discipline. I think it's good to have a place you can go to and get out of the house and you can build it into a routine as well. But on a good day, yeah, that will happen. You get into a zone. I usually listen to music when I'm painting anyway. I'm happy to just sit there for hours at a time. That lends itself very well to painting, especially the type of painting that I'm doing. Things like that. Could be anything that I might be listening to at that time. Could be Nine Inch Nails one day. It could be Max Richter or Niels Fromm or stuff like that. Something atmospheric and uh, usually. Yeah. Well, I suppose obvious ones are like Lucian Freud and Francis Bacon. I don't know who does enough of those guys. But there's lots. There's others like Irish artists like Patrick Graham. Uh, does really dark stuff and who else? There's Marlene Dumas, very cool. Patrick Hennessy, I like. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's always more to delve into. I think at the moment I just want to continue the process that I have, but just hone it a bit more. Like there's still lots more to delve into there. So, but maybe later on down the line, I'd like to tie in more the place where I'm from, um, and I think Connemara specifically. Um, I think it's just been a really good place. Like everybody here is so nice and welcoming. I find that really helpful. Like you can always just go and ask them questions. Um, like Teresa here, who I share the space with, has been great. You can just borrow things that you might need, or she gives me tips and stuff. And yeah, she's got a wealth of experience.